Moving from the limelight to a road less travelled. Meet the actor turned entrepreneur Kunal Kapoor, talking about his new journey. Hi Kunal, thanks for joining us at TechSparks.
Thank you.
To begin with, tell us what prompted you to take this journey of entrepreneurship?
Actually, I come from a business family, so I think it's obviously the whole idea of being an entrepreneur or working in the business or a side is in the DNA. So it's something that I've always found exciting, and I've always found the startup space really exciting. The thing was that I was working with a number of NGOs actually, and I found that there were a number of challenges that they were facing. Firstly, was that the cost of raising funds for them was very high. And so for every 100 rupees that they raised, 45 rupees was actually going into raising that money. Secondly, the challenge of reaching out to new people to donate to them was again very difficult. It was not possible for them, especially for the smaller NGOs. And thirdly, I found that the social space in the country was very serious and grim. There was no fun attached to it. There was no.
Yeah.
So what happened was that a lot of people wanted to be part of it, but felt like it wasn't for them. Whereas when you look out west, you see people. Yeah. They have marathons. They're cooking cakes and they're baking cakes. They're having garage sales. It's a lot of fun. There's a lot of young people involved. So I wanted to come up with something that would sort of address these problems. And I happened to meet Varun Seth, who was the co-founder of Ketto, and he was grappling with the same ideas and the same issues. And we felt like it would be great to come up with a platform which would use technology as a bridge between people that need helping and people that can help, and to do it in a way that was fun, engaging, and really, really easy.
Okay, crowdfunding itself is a new concept in India.
Right.
In West, it's taken off, but
right.
In India, the ecosystem is still not
sure.
very open to crowdfunding. So how do you manage the challenges, and how do you sort of introduce the concept itself to the startup ecosystem?
Well, I think it's changed a lot. I mean, when we look at the amount of people that are visiting our platform, the amount of people that are starting projects on the platform, or even just the amount of money that we've raised in the last year as opposed to the last 2 years,
right.
There's a substantial jump. So there's obviously interest that is growing in crowdfunding, and in fact there's an example of that which I find really exciting. Was when we started off, we met this investor, and he said that, look, I don't believe in crowdfunding at all, but the important thing is that you should believe in it, because if you believe in it, then a couple of years later I'll look back and say that I wish I had believed in it. And he invested in the company recently 4 years later. So there's been a shift in the mindset. And really, it is now about educating a lot more people, and which is what I intend to do as well, is to reach out to a lot more people, speak to them about crowdfunding, how it can help them, whether it's a social project, individual or creative. So, really the idea is for me to reach out to as many people and educate as many people about this.
Right. Does it help to be a public figure?
Yes, of course it does. Of course it does. I mean, I think as a public figure, what happens is people listen to you a lot more. Also, the access that you have to platforms like this, or whether it's the media,
right.
is a lot more. And I've always believed as a celebrity, you need to use that power to create awareness for something that is good. Because, I mean, if you can sell colas and cars and clothes, then you really should market a good campaign and something that is a good project. So Ketto has given me a chance to do that, and yeah, of course, it makes a big difference.
Right. And how are you balancing the three things? You just got married,
right?
And Ketto on one side, and your other career on
well, it sort of balances itself out actually. All three of them are things that are very exciting. All three are things that I'm really passionate about. So really, you don't have to struggle to sort of make time for them. It sort of finds its own sort of place in your life.
Right. And what are some of the new initiatives that Ketto is going to take up in the next 1 year or so?
Well, we've opened up for creatives as well now. So we are now crowdfunding for documentaries, movies, products. We've actually pulled off a couple of successful campaigns as well already in that space. We're also working with a number of corporates for the CSR. So that really is the plan going forward. Is obviously to expand this, make it much bigger. And like I said, I feel like it's just begun. I think it's going to grow exponentially. And that's how we've seen it grow from last year to this year. And I think next year is going to be bigger.
Right. Thank you so much,
Thank
Kunal,
you.
for your
Thanks.
time.
You know, with the current slowdown which is going on right now when it comes to traction, do you think companies like Grofers can get a traction out of it?
So I think, yeah, this is a good time to build a business. Like your customer acquisition costs go down because there's less competition for the same consumer.
Sure.
Thanks, Karthik, for joining us.
Thanks, Pranjana.
So what have you been doing?
I've been relaxing, chilling. No, on a serious note, I actually had been working with the media, as you know, for quite a while as an analyst, and as and when I had time between the sport, between all the commitments,